Hi everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of IMS Gets It Law. In this video, we are going to discuss potential score killers in quantitative techniques section in CLAT. So we'll see what can be the important points to make sure that we should avoid these potential score killers when we appear for QT section in CLAT, and we'll try to work on these points and what can be the solutions of these points. We'll look at these things in this video. So first point is, make sure that you fix a sectional time limit for every section. Same way for QT section, as there is a weightage of 10% to this section, you should not be spending more than 20 to 25 minutes for QT section. Do not invest time allotted for other sections in QT. Many a times what happens that some students feel that they are really good in maths, and what they tend to do is take away the time of some other sections and they try to invest that time in QT section. But remember that even if you take time from other sections and invest in QT, there is a limited weightage. So even if you are taking more time and not going to get more marks, then it is not going to help you. So if you have solved all the questions of all other sections and you have sufficient time, then only invest more time, and that too one cannot go beyond 30 to 35 minutes in any case. That is really not going to help, because if you look at the quantum of marks that you are getting and the time that you are spending or investing in this particular section, that is not a really good risk to reward ratio. So better stick to this timeline of 20 to 25 minutes for QT section. Second important point is that do not get trapped in difficult question. Many a times what happens, first question of the passage itself is a little bit on higher difficulty level. So if it's a complex question to solve, do not get trapped and people keep trying to solve that question and get to the answer because it's a first question. And what it does is that it irritates the student. It creates immense pressure that we are investing time but we are not getting to the answer, and the start of the section will not be that good, and it will create more and more pressure when you go ahead in the section. So make sure that understand the difficulty level of question and invest appropriate time as per the difficulty level. If it is an easy question, it should be get done with quickly, and initially you should solve easy questions only, then move to moderate questions, then move to difficult questions if time permits. Otherwise, we will skip difficult questions, we'll focus only on easy and moderate questions in the appropriate invested time or the time that we have allotted for this particular section. So make sure that we do not get trapped in any difficult question and create more pressure on ourselves. Third important point is that note down the important data neatly. What is the meaning of neatly? So we have to use tables, tree diagrams to rearrange the given data in the passage. And when we are reading the passage, make sure we are focusing on the important statistics in the passage, important data, important numbers in the passage. There are many numbers, many information, many text given in the passage, but we have to make sure that important numbers which are useful for solving that question, we have to focus on that. And whatever calculations we are doing, whatever data that we are getting, make sure we write it properly. And properly means many a times what happens in rough papers, when we are doing the rough work, the values get lost. The important values which are useful for getting the answer of that particular question get lost because there is too much rough work on the paper. So make sure that we tabulate all the important data or use tree diagrams if required. Next important point is, do not judge the question difficulty level looking at its length. Many students, what they do is, if they see a lengthy question, they feel that it's a difficult question. And many times if they see a shorter question, they feel that it's an easy question. It is not necessary. Sometimes shorter questions involve more concepts or combination of multiple concepts to be used in that question, and that becomes a complex question, even if it is shorter in length, but complexity of that question is really difficult. And many a times longer question is there, but the calculation or the data in the question is very easy. So while reading itself, we get to the answer quite easily and quickly. So do not judge the question based on the length. Read the question and analyze it. Have you practiced that type of question in your practice mocks? If yes, then it's an easy question for you. It is not dependent on the length. It is dependent on that student, whether he or she has practiced it, whether he or she has done it in the practice or mocks, then it is easy or difficult for that particular student. And last and fifth point is do mind calculations whenever possible. So use minimum paperwork, do minimum usage of the rough papers or the space provided for rough work, do minimum usage of that. But it does not mean that every calculation you should start doing in mind or do it orally. Only if you have practiced it in the practice sessions or your mocks, then only it is advisable. Otherwise, make sure that accuracy is sometimes more important than the speed. So use rough paper, make accurate calculations. But the students who have practiced mind calculations sufficient number of times in practice sessions or mocks, then they are advised to do minimum paperwork usage for calculation and do maximum mind calculation whenever possible, and only note down the important numbers, important data on the rough space provided to you. So that will help you in saving the time and avoiding any mistakes in the paper. So these are some important points that you have to keep in mind while solving QT section in CLAT. And I hope this information was useful to you before the exam. And we will keep bringing more such important and educational stuff on this channel of IMS Get Set Law. So stay connected and all the best for the exam.